Welcome to the Z-Lister podcast. I'm your host, Austin, and today we have our special review of Disclosure Day by Steven Spielberg. But first, before we do that, let's get into and let's ask the guys what in our weekly segment of what we're watching. Adam, what have you been watching this past week?
I'm gonna keep it short. Got some plans, but been watching Ted Lasso, catching up with Megan, just trying to get ready for the next season coming up later this year.
hmm hmm Maynard?
I watched the Richard Lasseter and or Lancaster and Glenn Powell movie on Netflix, where How to Be a
Oh,
Hitman, the
how?
Hitman movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, it was all right. It was fine. More sex than I
hmm
thought I was gonna have, but yeah. I
mm
personally still do not hate Glenn Powell. I just want to put that out there. I still like that man as an
mm
actor.
It's all right.
Yeah,
Oh, I forgot. I
yeah,
watched
he's
it.
okay.
Did watch Scary Movie yesterday.
How was that?
My first one out of the whole franchise.
Which is
Wow,
wild.
that is wild.
What about you?
Um, well, Rayleigh and I have been just binging all the Studio Ghibli movies. So we've
Yeah, I
been watching like
saw.
one a day. So if you follow me on Letterboxd, you will see my continuous ranking of all of them.
Mhm.
But yeah, we that's what we've been watching. We've just been watching like a movie or two a day. It's been crazy. But other than that, just go and watch this, and then we're gonna go watch Death of Robin Hood too. And
Mm.
so,
Should be out
but yeah,
already, I think.
yeah,
Right?
yeah. It came out today. Came out
Mhm.
today. But yeah. So, well, since we don't have, we're kind of running short on schedule, guys. So let's get started. What were your initial reactions, initial thoughts to Disclosure Day?
I was not like having high hopes going into it because I've pretty much seen this trailer about a million
Mm,
times.
yeah.
Maybe I should start showing up 30 minutes late to my movie so I can consistently just start skipping trailers.
Mm,
I was just like, this is just not intriguing to me at the moment, but I know it says Steven Spielberg. He's always known to make classics. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
hmm
Maybe I should hold that remark and just let you guys wait for my review. I'll let you know.
mm. Okay. Okay. Maynard.
I'm on the same boat as Adam. I was not excited for this movie at all. I kept watching the trailer over and over again. I think the
hmm
first teaser I really did like because it was kind of giving like a very kind of creepy type of vibe. But then the second
hmm
trailer came out and then it just showed like CGI animals and I was like, and I think I said on the other another episode, I was like, I'm not excited for that movie at all.
hmm
And I'm not really like the biggest Steven Spielberg fan. Like I don't find his
mm
movies like really interesting,
Mhm.
hmm
but I this movie it's not what I expected it to be, and it I liked it a lot more than I expected it to like.
Yeah. Yeah. I enjoyed this movie. I'm a big Steven Spielberg fan. And I was seeing some people online saying like you don't have to like it just because it's Steven Spielberg. And I was like,
Mhm.
that made me think like, oh man, is this movie like gonna be like mid and people are just saying it's good? But no, I thought this was a really good, fun ride. But yeah, so let's get into it. If you have not seen it, stop the review here. And if you have, just continue along with us. So we open up with the movie. We see that the world is on the brink of World War III. And we follow cybersecurity specialist Dr. Daniel Kellner. And we see that he steals some type of alien extraterrestrial technology from the Wardex Corporation. What did you guys think of our specialist, Dr. Kilner, and his girlfriend, and I guess Vortex? What did you guys think of the beginning of the movie?
I personally think they should have flipped the introduction with Emily Blunt in this scene. I feel like if they started off with Emily
Mm,
Blunt's scene, it would have enticed me more and intrigued me more in the film or get me started on like some
mhm,
journey we're about to take with these characters because it just throws you in the middle of this like heist situation where they're making deals and handing off people for this whatever the data he just stole. And I was talking to Megan, and
mhm,
I'm like, I think it would have been more cohesive, like cohesive as a story, as like starting with strong with Emily Blunt, her discovering something's kind of odd, and
Mhm.
then you kind of jump to this scene saying that okay, there's something actively going on or something's very very mysterious um is going on with the government. Can like kind of add more details on what Emily Blunt's character is feeling at that moment.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, no, I not I kind of agree, but because in a sense it's like you start off like fast paced and then it just slows. And rather than starting off slow and then going faster, which then the rest of the movie it's fast paced, so or faster paced. So yeah, I kind of agree there. Like it kind of like just stops and it's like, wait, what's going on?
Mhm.
But yeah, Maynard, what do you think?
Yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of the beginning. Also the whole entire time I was like, I feel like this movie's made by J.J. Abrams because I like the lens flare going on the whole entire time.
Mhm.
Um,
Mm,
I like the actor. He was in the recent Knives Out movie. Um,
yeah, Josh O'Connor.
yeah, Josh O'Connor, but it's like how Adam said, like it didn't really make me excited for the movie until we got to Emily's Blunt part of the movie. And that's when I feel like I started to get more invested in the characters and everything. Because also they were
Mhm.
talking, I was like, I do not know
Yeah.
what you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
I'm not keeping
Mhm.
up, I'll be honest.
That's my biggest
Yeah.
gripe about this
Yeah.
movie.
No,
It's
for
just like they
sure.
keep it vague like half the time. And I was like, just like they're trying to speak in like overarching tones. It's like big themes are going on. Like you can tell like I don't mind Steven Spielberg films, but something about the writing in this film kind of took me out because like stuff is happening and he's just saying like I don't know how he used it, like metaphors and shit like going on that's going on in the background. I was like,
Hmm.
bro, just like tell me what's going on. You don't need to make some big metaphors of what's going
Yeah.
on in the bigger Archer world.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
also
No,
the
I hated
start
that.
of our big big car chase scene out of
Yeah,
the
bro,
multiple car chase scenes in this whole movie.
that pissed me off.
Yeah, no, I kind of got annoyed with when his girlfriend was asking him questions and she asked him like, "What is it?" And then he asked her a question, and then when they went back to her again, she didn't. He never answered that question. So I was like, "Oh my God, why did you just do that? Why'd you do that? Like there was no point of doing that."
What
Like
pissed me
it
off
made
the
me mad
most,
as an audience member.
yeah, what triggered me the most about what this when this happened is like when they go into eventually to that abandoned cabin and like he's staring at the animals and they're like they always look at you and like they never look away or some bullshit. I'm like, bro,
Hmm.
like who cares? Like just look away. Like it's not that deep. Oh my god.
Hmm. Yeah. So as we after we meet Dr. Kilner, we then go to Emily Blunt's character, where she's a Kansas City meteorologist, and we see as she's getting ready for her work day, a cardinal lands in her apartment window, and instantly she's transfixed on this cardinal and awakens with psychic abilities where as soon as she looks at somebody she can see what's going on in their life. Like you guys said, I thought this is where the movie really began. Like I thought Emily Blunt did really good in this movie. She was funny. The acting was really really good. And I was with her. Like I was interested in what's going on with Dr. Kilner, but Emily Blunt's character is like I want to follow her. Like
Yeah.
she's the main attraction here.
Hmm.
Would you? Yeah, I mean, you guys kind of already said what you thought about Emily Blunt's character, but what do you guys think of this scene and then her character in the movie?
I didn't like okay, this scene I was still not like into the movie. It was until
Mm,
after like when she got pulled over, that's when I
yeah.
started liking the
Hmm.
movie. Cause like she
Y-
just like turned a switch, like I don't know, where she's like immediately started like telling the cop everything that he like she knew about him. And I was a
mhm,
bit confused. I was like, what is going on? Like what just happened? Because it
mhm,
just came out of nowhere, but that intrigued me more into the movie.
I want to
yeah.
know how big of a budget this movie had on they could not get a better CGI
Hun-
bird. Oh my god. It just
115 million.
it took me out all every single time an animal came out. I'm like, this looks awful. It looks so
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
They made a Rocky Raccoon look good back in like 2012, bro. It's like, come on.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, no, this is yeah, like I said, the movie really picked up here. And as we move forward, we see that Dr. Kellner and his girlfriend, I forgot Jane. Jane? Was it Jane?
Jane.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Yeah, Jane. They arrive at an abandoned house to where, like Adam said earlier, the all the deer are just staring at them, and we get a vibe that they sense that something's wrong, but we don't know what it is. And this is finally, after about 35 minutes into the movie, we finally see what's going on, and we see the videos. This scene was kind of like, oh my God, because they started getting really emotional after the mistreatment of the aliens. We find out that the government is hiding aliens. Um, and how'd you guys feel? Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm cold-hearted, but like when they were like, well, torturing the aliens, I felt like they were acting like this was like way, way, way emotion, like super emotional. They got too emotional in this scene for me.
I want to see
It
more, bro. Show me more.
it hit me.
Uh,
It hit me.
no, bro.
It
All
hit
the
you,
see
Maynard?
it
It
hit
got you?
me. And in the future, when we see even more of the videos, it
Mm,
was hitting me. I don't know what it was, but
mm-hmm,
it made me tear up. I felt bad
Maybe
for the aliens. I was like, I've
mm,
seen so many alien movies, never felt bad when they're like getting mistreated, but somehow in this movie, I felt bad for them. Maybe it
maybe
was
if
a
they
metaphor, you
reversed
know?
it,
mm-hmm,
I
mm-hmm.
guess. I mean, if they
Yeah, it is.
reversed it, they could have like shown like, okay, these are friendly, but then you see the government actually torturing them and stuff like that. Maybe it had a better impact. But I was like, I agree with Austin's like this scene is like, okay, am I supposed to really feel bad about these aliens at this moment? And two, this man
Yeah.
is has so much data, like it says 65 gigabytes worth of alien footage and stuff like that. We live in
Mm-hmm,
2026, y'all. He had a laptop. That's disclosure day could have happened within 20 minutes of this movie.
Mm,
They did. I don't know why they
mm,
needed to go to Kansas
I
City for this.
disagree with you,
I don't
dude.
know. It's
mm,
just a lot of plot holes for me in regards to like the
I'm just
story, right?
saying,
It's too like existential crisis that they're trying to make it out to be.
if someone
mm,
uploaded that on like on Twitter, Instagram, and I saw it, I'd be like, that shit's fake. I wouldn't believe it.
mm,
I would not
mm.
believe. Even they were like,
Interesting.
this is 100% real. I was like, nah, that's fake.
Chad, this is
Yeah.
where this is
I
you
would
get
have
real
scrolled
life. I
through.
would have believed it. I would have saw on X and I would have believed
Adam,
it.
there's files that were released, and I still don't believe those files
I
released
still
by the
do, man.
Mm,
government.
They showed up those
yeah.
flying orbs, bro.
Mm,
They were going.
nah,
Yeah,
I needed to be
come on.
shown in at the news station, and then pan into a
Mm,
real alien.
Uh,
mm.
I have a feeling about that
And
ending too.
so Um, as you guys, or as we go along in the movie, we see that the head of Wardex, Noah Scanlon, we see that he has one of the telepathic orbs that the aliens have left on Earth, and he uses them to control Jane and try to seize all the data and video footage that Dr. Kilner has. Um, I don't know. I thought it was I was in with this point. I was like, okay, okay. I'm cool with this. I was because Jane was more at this point in the movie, I'm like, okay, what's Jane doing here? Like, and I understand that she is the metaphor for religious, like just
Hmm.
religious
Mm,
views and just like how people would react, people of faith would react when they find out that they may not be the only intelligent life in the world and that their God may have created something else. And so I thought that was really interesting that those are the type of questions that they were asking in the movie that Jane
Hmm.
had. And Jane was like, because she was right in the sense of like, there's a scene and I forgot what movie it is. It's like one person is rational, a group of people are irrational. And we see like when they're people like they're gonna have a war possibly, and you see all these people going out to the grocery store, taking all the, getting all the materials as people do, even when there's a storm. The
Hmm.
grocery store is a madhouse. So it's like if they release this footage and it's like we are not alone, like what does it mean? It's like people freak out. And so
Yeah.
I actually thought she had a good reasoning.
And I
I thought she had
appreciate
good
with
reasoning.
that part where they're trying to do underlying tones like, okay, like do we have trust in the people and what they're going to believe? Because like
Hmm.
obviously with me, you can see right away, like me and Maynard had two different ideas. And if aliens were
Right.
real, we'll react differently in how the media was spread. And I do appreciate the
Hmm.
way they were taking the story in regards to taking a religious undertone. I mean, it's always with the Catholic faith or church related. So, like, people are going to
Hmm.
question their beliefs and say, okay. I mean, you even see it later in the movie when Emily Blunt goes to one of the characters, she's immediately bowing down to that character, and it happens like right away. And I do appreciate that type
Yes.
of storytelling. That
Hmm.
was very good. Don't get
Yeah,
me wrong,
me too.
guys. I do not hate this movie. I'm just bringing out all the plot holes to maybe bring out to light, maybe to like have a conversation because there was a lot of plot holes.
Yeah.
But I do appreciate the story they were trying to tell in this realm in regards to okay, what are people actually going to believe, and how would it
Mm.
affect society? Because obviously, a storm, COVID, you see how society reacted.
Yeah.
People were going
Right.
crazy
Right.
for toilet paper, most random
Yeah.
shit
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah. No, seriously. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, um, and as we move on, we see that Emily's character and Dr. Kilner are trying to find each other, or really Emily's trying to find him. And we notice that the professor or the doctor that they're working with, Colman Domingo, Dr. Hugo, he's telling them, guiding them to each other and trying to help them. And he says that there's been two of you. There's always been two. And we find out that somehow Dr. Kellner is involved with the aliens, with something that Margaret's experiencing too, but we don't know what it is. And I mean, at this point, I'm like, okay, what were you guys thinking? Because I was like, okay, are they both aliens and they don't know, or did the aliens choose? Obviously, we find out that they choose them, but what were you guys thinking when you found out like, oh, he's part of this too?
I thought, yeah, like the aliens chose them and gave them like some powers, but like
Hmm.
Hmm.
I didn't know like what type of powers. So I was like, I don't know why they got chosen as well. It doesn't even really explain why they got
Hmm.
chosen. Um,
No, it doesn't.
and to be honest, I was also like, I was really into this movie. I was still into this movie during that point, but some of those corny lines, like it's always been the two of you.
But
It
yeah,
just it made
it's
me
the
laugh
writing, bro.
unironically.
No.
It's trying to get too heavy into itself, like it's deeper than it actually is. I was like, oh my
Mm,
god.
hmm. Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
like Colton Domingo's character. I was like, okay, like he's just over the phone. I know he's like the head spearhead for like all this going on, but he's just doing a whole lot of
Hmm.
nothing. He's just saying a whole lot of metaphors, not saying giving them any information whatsoever. I
Yeah.
know they have burner phones, but
Hmm.
shit, you can't it can't be that vague.
Just be like, hey,
Hmm.
come to this address
Yeah.
right
Yeah,
Yeah.
now.
for real. For
Yeah.
real.
Right. 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 Yeah. And so
Um,
yeah, instead of giving them a, oh yeah, what were you gonna say, Maynard?
but then I think this is when we're in the hospital scene, right? This is when I really started liking Emily
Oh,
Blunt's character as well.
yeah. Yeah. We've
Yeah,
moved
the
past it
hospital
a
scene
little
was
bit,
good.
but yeah.
Because
Yeah, it
like
was
she was
good.
just
Yeah.
like that whole scene was so funny and well written, and then she
Hmm.
was just
Yeah,
like
it was.
her. I never realized how funny she is and how good her comedic timing is until
Hmm.
that part. And I was like,
Hmm.
yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
follow this whole entire like at least her plot line. I'm so invested in her plot line, and I hated her
Hmm.
boyfriend as well.
Dude, that's what I was going to say. I'm
Oh,
like,
you did?
do I think Wyatt Russell will ever end up with a character like Emily Blunt? I don't know. I don't know.
Bogus of a character couldn't run over a telephone.
I know, bro.
Oh my God.
That
But
was weird. That was super weird. I was like, wait, are y'all trying to be funny? And I don't
I
know.
think
It
they were.
seemed,
I
It
think
yeah,
it's
was
I
like
being
a
think they
comedic
funny
were.
and
thing.
also
Yeah.
being like how like he just does not trust her and it's not on her side at all. Because he's like the whole entire time he's like, that's a $600 phone,
Yeah.
$800 phone. I was like, you got bigger problems than an $800 phone. I've
Yeah.
seen the apartment y'all live in. I think y'all can afford another $800 phone in the
Yeah.
future.
Yeah.
Right.
He was living on
But
her
I,
basically.
they make him kind of unlikable. They make him kind of unlikable, but he's also reacting appropriately. I mean, like she just starts speaking, Russian to him in the morning,
Yeah.
and then she has an
Fair. That's
episode at the
fair.
TV station, and then she's like, "Hey, like we got to get out of here." Like, if she just goes, like he's just like, "What is going on?" Like, if I were me, I would be like, "No, we're not destroying your phone." Like, no, like I'd be thinking that like that phone's $700,
He
Mhm.
like
brings up a good
So
point. He brings up a good point. I was like, hey, man, you need some help when you go back to that
you know,
hospital.
I was disappointed when he went in the gas station and called the hospital. I was like, dang, man. I, I felt like she was going to leave him,
Hmm.
but I thought he was really just going to go in and get some water and then she just wasn't going to be there.
Yeah.
And so, And so yeah, but as we move on, we learn that Dr. Hugo, he is slowly recreating a structure that we don't know yet. Were you guys interested in that? I was wondering what it was going to be, and I figured it was going to be a home. Well, I knew it was a home, but
Hmm.
a childhood home.
Yeah.
I already knew
Um,
first straight out the back what it was going to be
mhm,
used for.
yeah.
I
Um,
think the trailer gave too much away. I think I've seen too many.
mm,
I put too many pieces together to figure that
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. And so we end up seeing that Emily ends up finding, or actually, I should say, Dr. Kilner's captured by Scanlon and taken to the Wardex Corporation. And then all of a sudden, we see Emily show up. And I'm thinking the entire this was a good dupe because I was thinking the entire time she was showing up to go meet Dr. Hugo, and we just see her walk in, and now she's in front of the Wardex group, Dr. Kellner, and they finally unite.
Hmm.
I really like this scene. I thought it was really cool to see like what other people, and that's the thing. I was wondering like, did they obviously they don't see that the entire time. So it's like, is she doing that and she just doesn't know where she's presenting herself as these other people's loved ones?
I
Well,
think
I
she
was like,
she
wait, did
knows.
that?
knows who it is. Like she gets into their mind and knows what like her thoughts are.
Right. But I was wondering, like, did they always see because they show that they're seeing their loved ones. So I
Hmm.
know they don't always see, but I was like, oh, okay, so she can do that too. Like she can make herself be seen,
Well,
not
like you
just by
said, they don't explain the powers or
yeah,
whatever's going
yeah.
on. It's just that's a big issue I had. I was like, okay,
Mm,
this is hella convenient. This is
mm,
hella plot armor type of good
mm,
thing going on. I was like,
That whole scene
mhm,
was just plot armor.
yeah, I was like, okay, that's so fucking convenient that they just got out of there
mhm,
with no rhyme or reason at all. Besides
yeah.
that one guy that grabbed the fucking cylinder thing and just disappeared, which they never explain what the fuck happened.
And yeah, and you know what? That didn't it all didn't make sense because okay, Scanlon got distracted. It was his wife, but then Scanlon doesn't tell him to stop either.
Hmm.
But then they go after her again, and then he does tell him to stop. Like it kind of didn't make any sense. It's like, wait, why are you letting him walk out and then telling him to go get her? Like I that just
So,
but we do see that Scanlan is humanistic, though. We do
mhm,
see that he's not just like evil. I want all this for myself. It's
right.
more he convinces himself that it's for the greater good, but like we
Hmm.
do see that he does have some humanism in him. So I kind of like this character.
Yeah, I didn't mind his character.
Hmm.
Also, I liked it when we learn a little bit further into the movie, like his wife, like he changed once his wife died. Like he used to
Hmm
be very friendly,
Yeah.
and then he kept to himself. Like he always thought like there was something wrong, and I really did
hmm
like it. Like, and you can see it prior to the like knowing that, because like he is
hmm
very like, we gotta do this, we gotta do this, and he's like telling himself like how you said like he's doing the right thing, even though I think deep down he knows he's not.
Yeah.
hmm Yeah.
I think that's like why
Um,
him and the doctor were like really good friends prior to his wife passing.
Yeah,
hmm
I mean, that sit down scene was great between the two of them because
Yeah.
it fleshed out a lot of backstory in regards to like the choices and with basically the whole full story. Like, do you want to put your trust in people, or do you want to be
hmm
able to control that trust and basically keep them more in a naive state just to keep them safe, like kind of
Right.
that whole ordeal. So I appreciate that was
Yeah.
a really good scene. That was my favorite scene in the movie.
Ooh,
Yeah, that was a
um,
good
yeah.
scene. We'll go back to that, but before we go there, as Margaret and Dr. Kellner escape, we see that they're followed by one of the agents, and the agent tries to push them into a moving train. What'd you guys think of this train scene? I thought it was pretty good, personally.
It's another
The
car
CGI
chase.
was kind of bad, though.
Another chase scene, bro. Just
CGI was kind of bad.
they went
I
from
was like,
point A to point
Mm,
A1 to
mm,
point A2. Oh my God.
I think it didn't really add anything
mm,
to the like.
It did not.
Had we just seen them like just get to where they were going driving, that would have been
mm,
fine. Because the chase scene
mhm.
didn't do anything. They didn't do anything else at the
Yeah,
train. And that whole entire
yeah.
like piano thing, I was like, so I did not like that part. I was like, just take it out.
Let me
I
tell
guess
you,
the chase. Yeah.
the whole government in regards to tracking down these people are super fucking incompetent. I don't think they've ever heard of surrounding a building. They all believe just
Mm,
let's go in through this one door and let's just chase
yeah.
them through that one door instead of surrounding the
hmm
building. Oh my god.
Um,
Or how do you let a guy that just works on computers be able to escape, steal a whole car from you, like at
Yeah,
the bar scene and everything, and then
mm,
just be able to escape like empty, like nothing happened to them?
yeah, I guess plot armor, like you guys said. But we do see. I mean, this scene got us to the train scene where we see that Margaret has a panic attack, and we see that she is experiencing some PTSD because we said earlier that her father had Parkinson's, so she can't control her hands. And
Mhm.
finally, Dr. Counter calms her down and puts her hands on the strings. I feel like something else happens in the scene, but I'm forgetting. Did something else happen while they're in the train?
She just touches the piano and the vibrations like calms her
Yeah.
down.
It I guess brings her back to
That's
like the
it.
now, what like the feeling is now. I guess I don't
Uh,
know. Nothing too
okay.
crazy about that
Mhm.
scene.
Yeah, yeah. And then we finally, our two main characters finally end up meeting Dr. Hugo, and he explains to them that one, that Margaret has all the power, or most of the power, we should say, when they first get there, and that she has the ability to connect with others. And as Adam said, we see like these people are we see one woman basically worship her. It's like because she feels like, in my interpretation, that she's chosen. She's
Hmm.
like a chosen one, almost by God, and or by these beings, something higher than her. And we see Margaret doesn't want it. She's just like, I don't want to be in people's heads. I don't want to see what's going on. I just want to be myself. I don't want this. And Hugo tells them that it all started when they were kids. Which was interesting. He said it started when she was a kid, and we learned that Dr. Kellner started experiencing things when he was 20.
Hmm.
And when we get to where they're having visions of what happened the night of everything, we see that he's a kid as well. And so I was wondering, like, did it happen when he was a kid too, and he just doesn't remember? Because we even, that is what happened because he even says he doesn't remember his childhood like he should.
No.
Well,
And
they
so,
were saying like the abilities were just kind of like latent and like stagnant until it finally came out, like as later in life, is what they
Mhm.
said.
And he saw the cardinal too, right?
I think more
I
or
think he
less
saw the
an
Cardinal
animal.
in college,
Yeah, in
and then
college,
that's
right?
that's when like the power woke up for him.
Mm, mm. And so we see that we learn that she is able to communicate and connect with humans. She's their communication tool for them, and that Dr. Kellner is the communication tool for everything else in the universe, mathematics. He understands everything in mathematics. So he's able to communicate with the other beings, the extraterrestrials. Like Adam said, I seen before this we see that Dr. Scanlon and Hugo are talking, and or really it's during the scene, and we see that Hugo is saying that the aliens interpret our empathy, humans' empathy, as one of the greatest evolutionary uh, evolutions
Hmm.
in just in history of civilizations. And that and we see it tie back in, especially with Emily's character, because she sees everything that people is going through, that like, don't, it's okay, basically it's okay, I love you, it's okay. um and we'll talk about I'll bring it back up at the very end of the movie because they say something at the very end. But then we see Dr. Scanlon, and as Adam was saying, they, instead of surrounding the whole building, they just go into that one door, where we I mean, nothing really happens here.
No, bro.
Nothing
No, it
really
does happen.
that
The most convenient plot armor again. She
It
just
makes everything
holding.
invisible.
Oh my bro. Oh my god, how convenient. Oh my god. There's another way to
Mhm.
escape. They don't explain
Yeah.
what
So,
those objects do at all. And then it disintegrates. Okay. All right.
Cool.
yeah. I guess the objects, yeah, they really just do whatever the characters need them to do, really.
Hmm.
Like turn the lights on, okay. Make me
Oh
invisible,
my god.
okay. Get in
That guy.
somebody
Oh
else's
my god,
mind,
dude.
okay. So, um, And then throughout the whole movie, they keep saying,
Uh,
"What's KCR XE?" And I was like, "Are y'all?"
Are you fucking
I knew
stupid?
what KCXE was immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'm
did
like,
not
I
know
know what
until
that
I
is
saw it.
immediately.
Oh my God, man. It was
Me
like
and
in
my
your face.
girlfriend, we were like, "Oh, that's what that means."
Oh my, when they
Oh
said
my
that back in the
God,
first time in the
yeah.
movie, I was like, oh my,
So
like, can they not figure out this is like the news station at all? Oh my God.
No,
we finally see our main characters drive back to the news station where they want to share with the whole world all the videos, what they've experienced, and what's going on because they feel like it is not a government issue; it is a world issue. Um, and during before this, we also see that Jane has a conversation with her nun, her the nun that took care of her, and she asks the nun
Sister Mara,
of like,
give give
yeah,
her
Sister
some
Mara,
respect.
Hmm.
Sister Mara.
I'm gonna cut you off, Austin. This
Yeah,
lady
go.
is the goat of this whole
She is the
entire
goat.
movie. Not only
Hmm
that, she made me a believer. For all the
Mm,
viewers out there, I'm not religious. She made me religious because of that one single line that
mm,
she said when
Drop the
she was like
bar.
when she was asking like, like what about God's creation? And she's like on Genesis, like on Earth. I was like,
Mm.
yes,
what a bar!
yes,
Make her the Pope. If
yeah,
she's the
right,
Pope, her
right.
and Emily's Blunt's character can make everyone a believer. Can make
Hmm
everyone just not lose faith on whatever faith they're in. I was like, you
hmm
are the best person ever. Put
Yeah,
please, just
yeah,
please make yourself the Pope because oh my God. Every single
hmm
line that she said in this movie, I loved her. She's my favorite character.
yeah.
If I can be her for Halloween, I will. Because oh my
Oh
God.
my God.
Wow.
Yeah,
That line
yeah.
alone.
Mm. Yeah, so Sister Mara tells Jane that basically don't waver your faith of God. You've wavered your faith on humans. You don't trust humans. You feel like humans don't have the answers. You don't trust them. You feel like they'll panic. You don't know what they'll do. And, as a person of faith, you think people of faith are going to freak out, basically. You think people like you are going to freak out and they're not going to know what to do because their whole belief system is shattered. But Sister Mara, says like it's all part of the plan. Like this is what I believe. I believe that all of it is his, of God's creation. And that people shouldn't be scared of something else that quote unquote he created. And so, yeah, no, Sister Mara really dropped some bars, really put her at ease, and really did a good job of showing that, like, people like that, like nuns who are obviously super, super, super religious, where it is them, that they can be practical as well and, like, be,
Hmm.
like, like realistic and say, like, look, the things that you believe and the things that I believe can kind of coexist. And so, yeah, I really enjoyed that conversation that she had with her, that brief conversation. And
Best part of the
so,
movie.
mm, mm. Um, and so we finally see Margaret and her team make it back to the news station where everybody's just like trusting her, like, yeah, okay, we'll do, yeah, whatever you say. I believe you. I just believe you. And where they finally share. And we even see Dr. Scanley, even though they tried to shut everything down, shut the power off with the orb, Margaret just turns all the power on and they release everything.
Bro.
I really, Adam, you can, I hear a gripe coming. I hear a gripe coming, but I really enjoyed the acting of the news reporter reporting in that scene because she was like, didn't know what to say, was almost getting teary eyed, just like basically acting like a normal person. Like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on. This is insane.
No, that's
Adam, what
that's
was your
that's not my
gripe?
gripe. That
I
was
know that's
this
not
was
your
a great
gripe.
scene. My gripe was because of the fucking power thing that came on. I was like, another
Oh.
convenience, right?
Mm,
Okay, let's just carry on. But that news reporter put on a great performance. It was like so
mhm,
candid. It felt, I mean, not
mhm,
acted, and made you feel like, okay, like shit's going down. It's super serious. Like
mhm,
made you feel like another that person in set in this world, how you're reacting when this news is coming out. Like you wouldn't
mhm,
even know what to say. Like so much information is coming out, all these videos. I wonder if they did release the torture video. I'm sure they did, but
Yeah,
they
Yeah.
just didn't
yeah.
show it. I kind of wanted to see what the people reacted to it that way, but that's kind of
Mhm.
too dark, I guess. I don't know.
I didn't the only thing I didn't like about that was they were showing video and it was like, wait a second, how does nobody know about any of this? Like they
Or like
showed
the
those
biggest
huge
spaceship.
ships.
Yeah,
Yeah, the ships, two of them just flying, like just like standing up in the middle, and then like they're saying all these crashes, these crashes, these crashes. I'm like, nobody else heard it, like so I it's a movie, so it's like whatever. But
Will Smith was there,
we
bro.
see
Talking
in the
about.
last
Yeah.
yeah, Independence. But we see at the very end of the movie, Dr. Hugo says to bring in basically the payload, and we see that there is still a alien, a big alien too, a bigger one
Mhm.
than any of the others. The one that we learned that Hugo helped escape. And he tells Dr. Kellner something, and then he whispers it to Margaret, and we see her say the last line of the movie, "Listen." What'd you guys think? What do you guys think that meant?
I have a message for Earth or something
Uh,
like that. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I mean,
My
Mhm.
I
my
can go into
So,
like saying what it could mean, just like, hey, here we have news for you. You're not alone, or like
mhm,
here's how it's gonna be now, or we can help you type of thing from like destroying yourselves
mhm,
because you already know they're on in this timeline. We're on the brink of like World War III, so maybe it'll
right.
bring everyone together.
or like yeah, like we're not gonna like attack y'all, even though y'all
Yeah.
treated us like shit throughout. Like my
Mhm,
girlfriend asked me, she was like confused. I think a little bit upset about the ending because she was like, it just ended,
mhm.
and I was like, she was like, what do you
Yeah,
think it means? I was like, I don't know. I was
It's
like,
open to
maybe
interpretation. It's fine.
yeah.
yeah.
Which it's weird because I really like that whole entire ending sequence,
Hmm.
like the whole newscast and everything.
Mhm.
And I was
Yeah, that
hoping
was
to
good.
see. I was like, give me like an extra 5 minutes. I don't give me an interpretation. You have been feeding me information this whole entire movie. Just give me the last few thoughts.
Mhm.
They could have cut
Yeah.
out the train scene, added
Yeah.
more time.
Um, I so if you guys remember that when Hugo and Scanlon were talking, remember he was saying like, empathy is reviewed by these beings as being like the epitome of all things.
Hmm.
And we see that Margaret, like the cop was having a bad day, and Margaret's like, no, you just got to go do this and this, and it's gonna be okay. Instead of getting quote unquote upset with being pulled over. And so I took it as like listen to each other, that we're
Hmm.
all humans, and that like all these people that she's encountered, she can see what's going on in their lives. You don't know what's going on in other people's lives. Like someone could be extremely rude to you, and you're like, God, that person was a dick or like a bitch. And you're like, but you don't know what's happening in their life. You don't know if, oh, I just found out I was cheated on. Oh, I just found out my son passed away or something like so you don't know. And Margaret has that ability to see those things and why and Hugo says like she's the communicator for humans for them.
Hmm.
And so I just felt like they were trying to say like just listen to each other, not just think about yourself or trying to do what you think is best. Like have empathy. So that's kind of how I interpret it. Like you guys said, it can be interpreted in many different ways. Listen to what we have to say, listen to us because we're not here to harm you.
Hmm.
Yeah, open to interpretation. But that's how I took it,
Or
as just
maybe
like listen to each other, have empathy.
it was him revealing that they've been
What
living
you got?
amongst them. Because in the earlier they said like they present themselves as animals.
Hmm.
Maybe they have
Animals,
been
yeah.
living
Yeah.
as deer
They,
and foxes
they
and cardinals.
Some awful
could
looking
have,
animals.
could be.
Yeah. Maybe Crunchup
Mm,
right now is an
yeah,
alien. I
could
don't
be.
know.
Maybe.
That's yeah. That alien needs to put in space jail
Yeah.
Okay.
because cat is
Okay.
horrible.
Okay. We're not
But
gonna
yeah,
get into
guys.
that.
So that was our review of the movie Disclosure Day. Before we head out, what did you guys give it on a scale of 1 to 10? Adam, I'm gonna start with you.
I'll give a
A
3 for Emily
five.
Blunt's acting, then I'll give an additional three for just the third act alone.
Mm.
And then we
Mm.
add that together and we give it a 6 out of 10.
6 out of
Um,
10. Okay. Okay.
I beat the allegations. I did not give it a five, even though I had a lot of issues with this
Mm.
movie.
He
It
was
was
thinking
still an
about
enjoy.
it.
Mm.
The third act alone was like made the movie for, or starting from that Colton Domingo scene when he's talking
Yeah.
to the game on the couch, and then
Yeah.
that's when it starts like progressing. It starts getting fast paced. Stuff is happening. It's getting more
Hmm.
serious. I really enjoyed that, but man, like that first kind of half was like, oh my god, it's just like point A to point another point A to another point A. I'm like
Mm.
this another chase scene. It was getting repetitive, redundant. It's
Yeah.
getting too big for itself, trying to make some underlying tone. Like Maynard said, that scene with the nun when she's in the diner was a great scene. It added a lot of more depth into what they're trying to tell in regards to what humanity will view these creatures if they're not alone. But yeah,
Yeah.
it was okay movie.
Yeah.
Like I said, I tried to take out the Steven Spielberg effect out of this movie, and
Hmm.
I mean, maybe there was another story he wanted to tell, but I think the writing kind of suffered on this part. And just in
Okay.
regards to like what they presented with these actors to say is just a little bit too dramatic for my taste. It's
Mm.
not too
Yeah.
real. But like the crop circle thing, I was like, bro, I think I've seen this a million times in the trailer. It still makes absolutely
Mm.
no fucking sense at all.
Mm.
But whatever,
Mm.
I'm just gonna get over it. I'm taking it too seriously. It's a movie.
Yeah. Maynard, what'd you think of it? What was
Um,
your rating, man?
I give this movie an 8 out of 10. I
Hmm.
had a lot of fun in this movie. I had no expectation. I had
Hmm.
zero expectations. I thought I was really gonna hate it. I'm not a Steven Spielberg's fan, but I
Hmm.
had a lot of fun. Like the writing is corny. It can be really bad at times, but I
Mhm.
think the
Hmm.
acting performances were really well. Emily Blunt's performances really well. Sister Mora was
Hmm.
amazing in this movie.
Hmm.
And I don't know, throughout the whole movie, I also felt just like a lot of hope and joy throughout all of it. And I
Mm.
was like, I like this feeling.
Yeah.
Um, and
Yeah.
it did start after the like the third act is really
Hmm.
strong. It's the strongest part of this whole movie because like the whole entire first and second act is really just car scenes after car scenes,
Mhm.
car chase after car chase. Um,
Hmm.
but I felt joyful, and I feel like
Yeah.
that's been a trend on a lot of these like big blockbusters movies so far that I've seen.
Yeah.
And I like that. Um,
Yeah.
it's the second like space type of movie that has the same type of theme.
Mm.
Mhm.
And yeah, and Tsusamura scene once again, amazing. That
Yeah.
alone, it's like a 7. The rest is
Mm.
like a 1.
Mm.
Austin, did you
Dang.
enjoy the reveal of the when they did that whole house thing and then kind of do a flashback showing like like the transition from the deer to the alien?
That was okay. Like the whole, including like when they were kids and just showing
Hmm.
them like get. Yeah, I liked it. It was
Okay.
fine. That I was kind of hoping the aliens just looked like very stereotypical, and I guess that's okay because in my head I'm just making like, okay, maybe somebody like leaked it out into Hollywood and it's like, yeah, this is what they look like, and nobody believed, and so that's why I
Hmm.
made it like that. So I make up a story in my head. But yeah, that it was okay. I was hoping, I just I was hoping for something a little bit bigger,
Yeah.
but it's okay. I didn't need anything explained. I mean, I basically they chose these two for some reason. That I
Hmm.
wish, that is the only thing I wish they did explain, like why them. Like
Yeah.
even if they don't explain it, like give a hint as to why. Even if they're like, yeah, we both have a similar birthmark. Like even if it was something like super simple like that,
Hmm.
like I would have accepted that. That's the only thing. But yeah, it was okay. It was okay.
I wish they explained the
But
fucking damn little pillar things that they constantly use in this movie that get them out of all these
oh
situations.
So
yeah, yeah,
we
yeah.
just know
I don't
that's like
know.
alien tech, right? That's
Yeah,
Yeah,
about
it
it.
is. Yeah,
it's like a Green Lantern, right? You can if you can conjure, it'll happen for you, I guess. So whatever.
right. Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
those were the
But
only two
no,
things I didn't like were why them and their powers.
Yeah.
yeah,
Because it also
yeah.
seemed like for the guy it was just like, yeah, you can read math. I'm like, if that was my power, I would be so pissed off. I was like, she could do all this and all I can do is read math. Get the fuck out of here.
Mm.
But the thing, he can
Hey,
speak
man,
universal language, man. He
yeah,
I
everyone
yeah,
guess,
knows.
yeah.
he can unlock the secrets of the universe,
It's
man.
powerful.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, no, I think it's a good power. But no, I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. I I was excited for it. Then I got a little unexcited because I've heard some people were like iffy about it, and then so I was like, okay, let's just see. I'm gonna be right in the middle of you guys. I give this movie a 7 out of 10. I thought it had some really strong points. I was invested the entire time, even at the beginning where I was like, okay, what's going on? But like I said, yeah, Emily Blunt stole the show for me. And I was really expecting because Josh O'Connor, I like him. And it's not that nobody did bad or anything. I just thought there was a standout, and it was definitely Emily Blunt.
Yeah.
She was funny, she was serious, her emotions were really well channeled, and so. But yeah, I thought it was a good ride. It was a good ride. Like you guys said, I think some points are like this movie was almost 2.5 hours long. It could have been 2 hours clean. They could have cut some things out. They could have made some better decisions of how to get to a destination or just get them there. Like
Yeah.
just go. And so yeah, but no, I thought it was a solid movie, 7 out of 10. But yeah, yeah. So guys, let us know what you guys think in the comments. Did you guys enjoy Disclosure Day? Did you have problems with the writing? Did you think it was one of Steven Spielberg's best movies of the past 15, 20 years? Let us know in the comments. Follow us on all social media, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and listen to us on Spotify if you don't have time to watch our videos. And keep checking on our YouTube channel. We release almost every Wednesday. At least we try to.
Yeah.
So
Our
stay
next
tuned.
review
And
is The Death of Robin Hood. So check that out next week.
Mhm. Yep, yep. So yep, hit us up in the comments and let us know if you guys want us to review anything. But we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
See ya.
See ya.